Check out this 10th month 1984 HJ60. Now this has come a long way since Jared, the owner, bought this. He's had it for 2 years, but the previous owner was 800 kilometers west in Western Queensland. So this thing would have been in dry territory. Jared's the third owner of this HJ60, and he's done a lot of the, he's done all of the work himself. Jared is a hands-on guy. He doesn't need to book his 60 series anywhere. He will have a go at just about everything, and we'll get under the bonnet in a minute and show you what he's done under there. But check it out. This is the Raptor coating. It used to be beige when it was out west, but since Jared's had it, he's done the Raptor all over this thing, including the snorkel, which is kind of cool. There's black Raptor on the bull bar up the front here. It's a big farm gate up there, man. Listen, you're going to smash roos over with that thing, and the thing is not even going to bat an eyelid. Moving back from there, you don't see this very often on the 60s. These are more, I'd say, set aside for like slow moving vehicles like tractors and agricultural equipment, and when the car's moving fast down the highway you get the ram air style heads on them normally. Now look, if you look up here, we've got a roof rack on the 60s. See, they've just come back from Bribey Island where they've been on holiday. They've popped into Mr. Landcruiser, so all their gear's up there. You got max tracks, you got the swag and a gazebo and stuff like that. So they, as you can see with the sand and everything all over it, they've come straight from the beach where they enjoy this thing to its maximum. And you got the fishing rods and the fishing rods holders on the bull bar. I hope they caught some fish while they were out there on Bribey Island. Also, I forgot to mention up the front there, we've got the spotties, the LED headlights, we've got LED rock lights there, and a winch on this tough bar, because this thing tours, it goes full driving. That's why it's got the scrub rails and the side steps to give it a bit of protection on the side there as well. Tyres, we've got some chrome 35-inch wheels and tyres on there. They're mud terrains. You've got to have them if you're going to be using it as a four-wheel driver, that's for sure. But moving back from there, we've got the rear tyre carrier on the standard rear bar. And also you'll see that the rear window on this has been smashed, and that's because they had some firewood in the back that was loose, went over a washout and smashed the rear windscreen, and that's what brings them into Mr. Landcruiser today, because Jared's picking up a top and bottom tailgate section for the 60 series. So he's got a bit of rust in the lower one, he smashed the window, so he's just going to replace both of them. So Max is getting them off at the moment so he can go on his merry way. Look, that's outside this vehicle. Let's go inside and see what's going on in there. So check it out in here. This is a really cool mismatch of colours of 60s over the decade, basically. It's a bit like Paul's 60. It's got it would have been a brown interior back in the day. Definitely, because you can see the beige lower dashboard, and it's got the brown dash mat that would have been there, but then we've got the brown or the cream, the sandy coloured rear seats, but up the front we've got obviously been changed out. Underneath the seat covers here we've got the grey front seats, and we've got grey door cards that are in really good condition actually. So you know, Jared's just kept this thing going. He's customised it himself. It's also got the roof lining's been blacked out, so it's got quite a sort of black dark feeling in here, which is very cool. We've got a aftermarket steering wheel. We've got some cup holders up the front here with some cans. The old inclinometer, very cool. UHF. We've got a little digital volt readout here. Other than that, it's just been customised the way Jared wants it. You know, it's very, very cool indeed. Looking back, we've got a massive fridge in the back because this is a Tourer, obviously. Some LED lights, a subwoofer, so he obviously pumps the tunes. I can see a dual battery system in the back there as well. Jared's done a fantastic job in this thing. It's really impressive. We've got the speedo obviously doesn't work because we've got the old King's digital speedometer head-up display jobby, and that's what brings me to the gauges here on the A-pillar. We've got exhaust temp, boost, and a water temperature, because you need to know what's going on with the readouts from what's under the bonnet. So let's go and have a look. Well, check it out under here. This is really cool. What you have to remember is that this is Jared's handiwork and no one else's. And, well, sorry, with the support of Chelsea, his partner, they they've spent the time on getting this thing right, just how they want it, right? Jared rebuilt the 2H on his own. He's fitted the high mount turbo kit and made all the pipe work up on his own. It's a real testament to people having a go with these old Landcruisers. It's great. You know, we've got a front mount intercooler up the front here. We've got an alley radiator. There's no shroud, but Jared says that it doesn't have any problem with cooling at all. So very interesting. Probably because it's a brand new rebuilt engine. He doesn't have to worry about that too much. But you know, we've got some breathers and stuff like that. And we've got an uprated alternator here, so it definitely wasn't an internal regulated alternator back in 1984, that's for sure. Jared's done all the wiring himself as well as the mechanical. You can see he's done some modifications to the loom here for the internally regulated alternator. We've got some diff breathers up here on the inner flitch. We've got a catch can down here for his engine. Other than that, you know, the booster's all the same, the brakes are the same. This thing sounds sick. I want to go for a drive in it. Sick. You've got to hear this thing run, man. Honestly, it's got a custom 3.5-inch exhaust all the way through to the back. Sick, mate. This thing has also got a 5-inch lift here as well as the 35s. This thing is an absolute beast, man. Just check it out. 10th month 1984 HJ60.